For any competitive examination, economics is a very important part, and inflation is one such topic which is very vital in economics. So today I'll have a short discussion and brief discussion over inflation. So let's get started. Okay, so I'll be discussing generally 4 points on inflation, that is definition of inflation and its type, second causes of inflation, number 3 effects of inflation, and number 4 how to control inflation, that is how do the government in India generally control inflation. Okay, so coming to the definition, what is inflation? Does a sudden increase in prices means inflation? No. Inflation refers to increase in the general price level of goods and services over a period of time, for a given period, I mean. So for example, if you go to the market today and buy a kg of rice and a kg of potato, you spend 100. The next week you go and buy the same thing at 105. The next week you go and buy the same thing at 110, and so on. At the end of June, you end up buying this basket at 120. So over a period of 1 month, that is a given period, 1 month, you have to spend more and more constantly. So in that case, we may say that the vegetable market or the food items, the food market is having an inflation, because you can see that over a period of time, that is 1 month, you have to spend more. So inflation means a rise in the prices of goods and commodities and services over a period of time. There are 2 types of inflation generally: demand pull and cost push. Demand pull and cost push. So what is demand pull inflation? Take a situation where there is a supply and demand mismatch. Obviously demand is more, supply is less, maybe because of any given circumstances. The country is not having adequate supply of commodities, but the population is still the same. Supply may be less, but the demand keeps the same. So this supply and demand mismatch makes the prices to go up. This current situation during this pandemic of corona, this is a very vital time. We may have less amount of goods delivered to the market because of these pandemics. Trucks not moving, many were not working, returning to their villages, etc. Or some parts of the country where floods may happen. They at a time supply less in the market, but the demand remains the same, or demand may go higher. They cannot come lower, they go higher generally. So this supply and demand mismatch creates excess demand and forces the prices to go up. So this is demand pull inflation. Number 2 is cost push inflation. What is cost push inflation? Cost is a different thing than prices. A manufacturer, what he bears in finishing a product is the cost of the product, like wages, rent, cost on raw materials, etc. So when the producer bears more cost in producing a commodity, he will definitely charge higher than he used to. This is what we call cost push inflation. Why cost push? Because the cost of producing the commodity has increased. Why it has increased? It has increased because of more wages, more rent, or spending more on the raw materials by the producer. So this is cost push inflation. We had demand pull, because of demand supply mismatch, prices go up, and then we have cost push because of more cost in producing a commodity. What are the effects of inflation? Inflation generally affects badly in the economy. A little inflation is good, but higher inflation is bad. Why? Because people having more money in their hands reduces the value of money. Why? The first example I gave, that is, you take rupees 100 in the market to buy a basket of vegetables. The next week you go to the market, you buy the same basket at 105. Again next week you go to the market and buy the same basket at 110, and end up buying the same basket at the end of that month at 120. So the value of money reduced, because you take rupees 100 and you could not buy the same basket the next week. So people holding more money in their hands, saving less in the bank, reduces the value of money. This is one of the important causes, because more liquidity in the market, money market, is one of the chief reasons of inflation. Who are the benefiters and who are the losers? Generally, the fixed earners, that are maybe the pensioners, the fixed earnings, the people who have fixed earnings tends to be the losers, because they cannot buy the same ration for their home with the salary they used to get or the pension they used to get. Who are the gainers? The debtors are the gainers, or people who can vary their income are the gainers. Creditors are losers, debtors are gainers. So that was the effect of inflation. A little bit of inflation is good for the economy, because it is advantageous for the production. They tend to push the production process, so we have growth in the economy. How to control inflation? Well, there are two policies, you may be knowing this: monetary and fiscal policy. So the country uses monetary policy to control inflation. How? By increasing the interest rate, by increasing the cash reserve ratio for the banks. Having a higher cash reserve ratio, the bank will lend less in the market. So automatically the more liquidity will be cut off. Higher interest rate, that is, people will be taking less of loans or credits. Budgetary deficit, reducing the budgetary deficit. We generally in India, the government spends more and earns less. We have a deficit budget every year. So the government needs to reduce this deficit in order to reduce inflation. So what are the controlling measures? Increasing the interest rate, increasing the cash reserve ratio, and all such ratios, all such interest that the banks give on loans, reducing the budgetary deficit. So these are the controlling measures. So two types of inflation: demand pull, cost push. Creditors are the losers, debtors are the gainers. There are two indices to measure inflation: CPI and WPI, wholesale price index and consumer price index. So that's all about inflation. We'll be coming with another topic next time. Thank you.